Hey everybody, Scott here for the Helix channel and the HX Stomp, which is right here. How'd that happen? Well, the Helix is over there, that's how. I thought since I'm back and I'm not really doing anything major this week, no preset packages or anything like that, I'm just going to do a bunch of free sets. I hope that's cool with everybody. Today's free set is for the HX Stomp. It's called Heavy Mod, and basically I've created a really big, fat, fun, heavy crunch sound, and then you've got, 3 snapshots without modulation, with modulation, and then a lead sound that adds some delay and changes some parameters within the amp model and within the cab model, using a stock cab on this, as I am wont to do with the HX Stomp stuff, just to save space. Because I am using 6 blocks on this one. I would not be able to use an IR with this one, so there's that. This kind of thing, the HX Stomp really kind of is begging for you to use the, the Helix cab, the Line 6, I forgot what it's called. Whatever, their cab that has the built-in IRs, to get a really great sound. That would be a cool thing to have with this. Boy, if only I could think of that. The power cab, is that it? I think. Anyway, I tried one. Out on the road, I ran into a bunch of people that were using Helixes, a bunch of Helix viewers, Helix channel viewers. Thank you for viewing. Jamie was one, I believe. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Was it Jamie or Jaime? You didn't look Mexican, so I'm going to assume Jamie. And then another guy from the band, was it Everwar? They were an East Coast opener for Y&T, and the guitar player used the power cab and a Helix. It had a very cool sound. That night was kind of crazy. 3 opening bands. Jesus Christ, talk about chaotic. Holy shit. And I had to sit by the stage for all 3 of them. Earplugs in, of course. Because, god damn it, the first and third band were so fucking loud. Just pounding my head off. And, yeah, it was nuts. But, good times. And for those people that have asked me to share some fun pics from the road, and if you don't happen to be a Facebook friend of mine, a lot of you are, but if you're not, I'm going to include some fun pictures. Here's a gallery of some of the fun times that we had. Enjoy. Good stuff. So, today, going to show you how I do this. Okie dokie, here we are at the HX Stomp. I've got some gate on this because I always have gate on. Even if I'm using a clean preset or making a clean preset, I always have some gain on, because you never know what's going to happen with a reaction between the lighting in the room, the pickups, whatever, that could cause some kind of noises. So I just kill it right there. And this is how I set it. That's how I set that. I've got a bit of a valve driver happening in front of this one. And the valve driver stays the same except for the level. When you go to snapshot number 3, the level goes up a little bit. That's the only change. And I like to reduce the bass a little bit and the treble a little bit on the valve drivers. Now there's a dual pitch happening. And I'm going kind of extreme on this one. Negative 10 and positive 10 with a 9.2 level on each one of the the pitches, with a 33. Actually, I thought I wanted that to be 36. I told you to be 36, mofro. And then the amp is the Cali Texas 2 because it is my favorite amp on the Helix and the HX Stomp. It's just, to me, it works best with the overdrives, and it has the best clean sound, And I don't really care to use its crunch sound. So what I do is I use the overdrive pedal in front of it, and it sounds great to me. What are you going to do? The other settings on this. So when we go from snapshot 1 to 2, nothing changes. All this stuff stays the same. Blah, 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 blah. But when we go to snapshot 3, that's when things change. So we go to we go from 6.0 on the drives to 6.6. We go the 6 to 6.6 on the volume. So we get a little bit of volume boost. No, no, no. God, I didn't tell you to do that. Fuck off. When we go, yeah, the presence drops on the lead. So that's the rhythm. Now here's the lead. Presence drops, master goes up, and the sag, what happens with the sag? It goes up, ripple goes down, bias goes up. Bias X never changes. On the cab, I'm using the 412 greenback with my favorite mic. And on the rhythm channel, this is what happens. Lead, we just get some high cut reduction. So less top end, which is what I like on a lead. Now, there is a split because I do not like to run reverb into delay or delay into reverb ever. I like to split them and run them, parallel to one another, not in series. Duck delay, my favorite delay, because you can set the low and high cuts. I know there's a couple others that you can do that, but this one's just the easiest one to use for me. And I just like the way it sounds best. Got to kill the threshold and the ducking, though, because I don't really care for that. And that only comes on the lead channel, or I'm sorry, the lead snapshot, which is number 3, of course. And the delay, I'm sorry, the reverb, Jesus Christ, where's my head? The reverb gets bigger. It starts out with a 1 second decay and a 33% mix. Then it goes to a 2 second decay with a 36% mix. I hope all these things make sense. I'm just rambling on here about bullshit. Alrighty, make sure I got that up to where I want it to be at 36. You betcha. So, you want to hear these? Or what? Let me grab a guitar to make it easy for you to move your feet. There you go, everybody. A fun, heavy sound on the HX Stomp. Big, but without a super woofy bottom, because goddamn, that's annoying. When you don't have any definition on the low notes, it's just no fun to play. I like a heavy sound, but that also has some definition, and I think this one fits the bill. It's nice. Adding the modulation to it really just, ups the coolness factor for me, because I like a nice modulation. I'm making a pizza. Maybe not. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully. I have my first oncology visit in 6 months. Can you imagine? Is it 6 months? Might be 6 months. Yeah, I think my last one was November. My doctor has stretched out my appointments to every 6 months, my scans to once a year, which is great on the wallet. A little scary though, because if you go too long in between scans, something could happen without you knowing and being able to catch it quickly. So that's a little frightening. Yeah. So if I don't make a video tomorrow, then the examination didn't go well. I feel fine. Although today I did have a bit of a hot flash, which is not cool. So I can sympathize with you ladies in menopause. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. And until then, rock on.